It's finally going to be decided which mirror twin has the better action figures. It's brother versus brother in a no-holds-barred matchup. Each twin will choose an action figure and battle it out through verbal discussion in the squared circle. Who will win? Who will bring home the gold?
I am the peak, the pinnacle of perfection in human action figure collecting. I paid retail price, sometimes a little more, for all of my action figures, even pre-ordering most of them. And if you pay more, you get more. This is a quantifiable fact that was verified by ex-Soviet cosmonaut scientists in the late 80s. Justin cannot win this battle. Anyone crunching the numbers can see that a victor becomes very clear. Because just like Shakira's hips, numbers don't lie.
Kyle thinks he can beat me. That's crazy, right? He doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on inside this mind. He doesn't know what figures I'll pull out and put on that table right there in front of him. Well, I mean, he was there when I bought most of them, so I guess he could make logical conclusions, but he doesn't know the order. Because the one thing you can't predict is unpredictability.
Hello, I'm Justin.
And I'm Kyle.
And we are the Mirror Twins. And today, it's Battle of the Twins, because we're going to compare his G.I. Joe Classified to my G.I. Joe Classified. And we'll tell, finally, today, the age-old argument. Who has better toys?
Yeah.
14 rounds and 2 special rounds, which we'll get to when we come to them.
Okay.
So the way I felt like the judging will work is we'll have to basically convince each other.
Okay.
But
Is this going to go to fisticuffs?
it might. It might actually end up in physical violence. So you don't want to fight this guy. Seriously. Seriously. He seems nice.
I don't want to fight this guy.
He's a killer. Round 1.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
Oh, we both got like generic troopers.
All right, so what's so great about him?
It's a little bit of a nostalgia figure for me. We had this figure. He's just a good old plain generic army builder type guy, but he has none of the bits and bobbles that limit any of his posability. He's super posable, about as posable as these figures can get, because nothing, absolutely nothing is in the way. Maybe if the knife's in the sheath, but that's about it. This guy is great. He comes with 2 different heads. He's a great army builder. The paint is immaculate on him. You can buy a bunch of them if you wanted to.
Army builder, huh? Well, I brought another army builder, another nostalgic figure that we had, the Alley Viper.
It's like we're twins.
It's almost like we're twins. He's pretty thick, got the thick body armor that does limit his articulation. He's not bended down too much. Got the cool little helmet. He didn't come with different heads because you don't see their face. Came with a ton of accessories. The awesome shield, the bright orange color scheme that lets you know danger's coming.
So, out of these 2, which one do you like better?
Yours is more posable.
Is that more important than looking awesome and being armored to the nines?
Well, does he look awesome in orange? I think he looks awesome.
It is kind of a milky orange. You know, it's not a clear, bright orange, which might look weird. He's trying to beat Goku, I think.
Little Goku, before Goku was a thing.
He was Goku first.
Okay, so round 1, what's he?
Round 1, Python Patrol Trooper wins. All right, point for Justin.
Oh, you're going down this time. What you got?
I have rock and roll.
But is that better than Retro Baroness?
Retro Baroness. I really like that figure. I think it looks great. What I don't like about Rock and Roll, although he's awesome, he's a blonde bearded character, which there are very few of. He's got the cool army belt and everything. He does kind of fall into what a lot of the Joes fall into, is he's just kind of a dude in green.
Yeah.
So as far as just visual interest, he's awesome. I mean, I got him because I like him. I may have to give this to the Baroness.
I think you will too, because it's the Baroness. Has a different body type than some of the others. She's a little bit taller and a little bit...
Is she?
She's a little bit bit taller and a little bit thinner than some of the other female characters.
She's a waif.
I don't know what that means. A lot of the Joes are in different body types. They're all slightly different, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Hasbro, making them more unique and more different.
But they still reuse parts, right? Like
They do.
They'll extend the legs, and that's how they'll have a different.
Yeah, they're not
But
completely
the torso
new.
is the same. As
Yeah.
another figure. Okay.
She's really cool. Got the neat looking glasses with the futuristic looking guns. She's got more guns than she knows what to do with.
This one is the older one, so it's one of the first retros, right? So it doesn't have the double jointed
I
elbows.
believe so,
But
yeah.
it still looks great. I love your tats, man, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm giving it to the Baroness. You won this round, dude.
Got him.
You go first this time.
Okay. Booyah.
What? Oh, okay, since they're the same dude, they're just one.
Well, this is one of my, this was a 3-pack. They bow down to Cobra Commander.
That's right, you pathetic fools!
What is he pointing at?
Everything I will own someday! All of it!
The sky. These guys are the Cobra Viper 3-pack. The reason why I picked these up at that convention we went to is because they were really cheap. Because of their body armor, they're not that flexible. And I want to say that because you were worried about if you pose them for a long time like that, will the rubber stick out? And it sticks out slightly, but it's
It
not that
does.
bad. It did
Okay.
spring back. They do look really cool. You can take a look at them. They have a neckerchief.
Okay,
So a little bit
it's
of
important.
This guy has goggles with a full face shield, so I don't know why he has goggles. And he came with goggles too. I didn't bring them, but his are gold to match his
Okay.
thing. He does have some paint errors on him, unfortunately, but they look pretty cool. So tell me why the Commander's better.
He is completely unique. I believe his forearms have been reused and possibly his gloves, I'm not sure. But other than that, everything on him, as far as I know, is unique. Maybe the boots were used on a different character, but they did make this character 2 or 3 times. I think the same exact character, just in different versions and colors. He's Cobra Commander. It's not the best Cobra Commander because they still have it come out with a retro. I know he came out with a Hiss tank, but I gotta believe they're gonna come out with another version. I
What do
really
you
like
think of
this
the
character.
suit?
The suit is a bit much. I kind of want the retro. I'm really looking forward to the retro, but this is his, I'm going to prance around my minions and really show off.
Yes, Cobra.
Some really unique hands. Like,
I'm going to rip your face off after I poke your eyes!
And he's also a little scrawnier.
he
How
is
tall is he?
different. Totally, he's shorter. He actually is smaller than a lot of the other characters. Totally different body type. We got him pretty cheap too, if I remember. I don't think this was a very popular one because it was such a new take on the original
Yeah,
character.
and he's very flamboyant the way he's dressed.
Yes.
So
All right.
let's give this to Cobra Commander. That gold looks awesome on it.
Before we go to the next round, I just realized I am not wearing the right shirt.
Ah! How did you? What? That's a nice shirt.
It is a nice
Where
shirt.
did you get that shirt?
Well, the Mirror Twin store, of course. I don't even drink Coke.
Oh, I thought they were paying for this video.
Yeah, sponsored by Coca-Cola. All right, so it's 2-1. Remember, this isn't always about who has the best figure. It's what figure goes against which.
Right.
Next round. I'm winning this one. I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Okay, ready?
You're not going to
ready?
win this one.
Ready? Classic. Oh! Oh, this was supposed to be one of my big guns.
Well,
And then Sergeant Slaughter.
her guns aren't this big.
All right, we already know who won. You can't beat Sergeant Slaughter.
You
I mean,
can't.
there's very few that are gonna top Sergeant Slaughter. He was just a bigger than life character. The figure itself is so good.
It is.
He's one of the biggest characters.
Yeah.
One of the most
I think
muscular.
only Roadblock is slightly taller. He came with a ton of accessories, including an action figure
of himself.
in card of himself. I knew whoever you brought out that this would beat it. But go ahead, I'll give it to you. Tell us
Okay,
about
Lady Jane
Lady
is
Jane.
great. She has a really cool hat. Now, this is one of the modern takes
Mm-hmm.
that I really like. I did not prefer the retro to this one.
Okay.
This one has the modern symbol on the hat, which I prefer. This was just a really cool figure. She came with a ton of accessories. She's pretty posable. She's also one of the taller ones. I don't know if she's as tall as Baroness. I think Baroness is a little bit taller.
Okay. Yeah.
But Lady Jane is a little bit taller than some of the others. Fortunately, mine has loose hips. Too much yoga, maybe. Her little badge there, her, I guess, woodland survival badge. Pretty cool.
She's a Girl Scout.
She is a Girl Scout. That will kill you.
Yes.
But does not beat Sergeant
Does
Slaughter.
not beat Sergeant Slaughter. All right, you think you can come back?
I hope so. I got a good one coming up.
All right. Tell me, what do you have against Crimson Guard?
I have Tiger Force Duke.
Okay.
Hey, he's pretty good.
Of all the generic, just troop builder guys, He is one of the sharpest looking dudes. His uniform, he's got the saber,
Got the old style backpack.
Crimson Guard. Yes. He can hold every single accessory. I love that when the G.I. Joes are able to do that. This is the non-retro version, so it has a slightly darker red.
Fancy boots. Well, I got Tiger Force Duke here. He's got the tiger stripe pants. So when there's tigers all around, you won't know he's there.
That's
because
true.
He's blending in
well,
with the other tigers.
the bottom half.
The bottom half.
Where'd Duke go?
Or
All I
right,
see
the
is
tigers.
these
on like
tigers.
this. Yeah, all you see is tigers, and Duke shows up. Very detailed uniform. He's got the red collar.
Wow.
He's got a watch. He kind of looks like our cousin Christopher.
He does. He has a very serious face.
Great figure, super posable. He's got the old style.
Which you said you prefer. You don't like the new ball joint they're putting on some characters.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. He can limbo like the best of them.
I gotta stretch my back.
You know, he can bend down pretty far.
Whoa, too much
You can
justice.
do that too, can't you? Are we giving this to Duke?
We're giving it to Duke, but are we saying generics will always lose to named characters? I want to see the battle of the generics.
Who's the most generic? You're not winning this one. I'm sorry.
You don't think so?
This is a double loss
I got
for
a
you.
good one. I got a good one coming up.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3. I'll go first, I guess. Rakondo. This is a character I wasn't actually familiar with, but I love the cut of this man's jib. He has such a cool face. He's got the Aussie bush hat, I believe that's what you call it. He's the survival guy with this big, awesome knife. Yeah, he's got this silly kind of tiger stripe pants.
Because I was going to say tigers are not green and tan.
Well, unless you're Cringer.
Oh,
Then
he's Cringer.
He's Cringer Force.
I don't want to be part of that force.
He's got the cool, like, yuppie mustache and a little bit of a face. That is one thing I'd like to say. Use this as a platform to say that I really appreciate how these characters all have unique faces and facial expressions. I do not understand why these craft action figures always opt for the really placid, generic
Yeah, just staring off into
face.
nothing.
Like, no
void.
emotion. I don't understand that. Like, he only has one head, and he's got some expression. He's got the eyebrow cocked. You can see he's got, like, his mouth's doing that a little bit, like, here we go, one more time. I don't know if he's Australian, but he has to be with that hat. I think it just happens when you put it on. But I love this character mainly for the face and the hat. And he's got the unique gun, like he duct taped it together, like he broke it.
Those are grip tape, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is he sweaty in the jungle?
Yeah. All right, tell us why you won.
Spirit. This is such a cool figure. He comes with Freedom, I think is the name of the bird, and it is posable. It came with 2 different wings, closed and open, and he's just a really neat figure. He's wearing the tan khaki-colored army pants with just a button-up shirt with the sleeves rolled up. He's got the falconer's glove.
Oh, and the bird
can be
will
in there.
actually...
The bird, Freedom will go on there. He's got the backpack, the rucksack, with the perch for the bird. So very cool. The Native American look to him with the braids.
And he breaks up the Joe look with a little splash of blue.
He does. And he's got very determined look on his face.
He's a serious dude.
And he's supposed to be very introspective, thoughtful, contemplative character. And I feel like they really captured that with the face.
Yeah.
He just looks really good.
All right, Spirit wins.
Spirit.
All right. Oh,
Special
round. Blah, 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 blah. It's our first group round. So it's as a group, and the group must make sense.
Okay.
So you can't just put a bunch of like awesome figures together and my group versus your group. What do you got? You knew they were coming. You knew the Dreadnoughts. I have Retro Zartan. I have Cutter, Ripper, and Zorana as my Dreadnought group. Really, really awesome looking group. They've been described as redneck road warriors.
Yeah, they kind of look like that.
Very colorful group. I mean, the bad guys tend to be a little more out there than the good guys. And come on, Dreadnought.
Dreadnoughts are pretty cool.
Okay, what do you have?
But do they beat generic ninjas?
I don't know.
No,
dude.
these are really cool figures. I was able to get these on sale on Amazon. They just look really good. They're robots, I think. I'm pretty sure they're robots. Pretty posable. It's the older style without the double jointed, so knocks her down. These guys came with a ton of accessories, like more than they can hold. He's got the huge, I don't know what you call that, the horse slaying sword. I've heard that called before. He's got a modern style combat knife, and then she's got the size, but very cool. He's very posable. They do have little ninja flappies. Inhibits, does some movement.
Oh, he's got commas in the back. Okay.
He's got commas, so he can
does he
comma
have
splice.
asterisks?
Yeah, it doesn't have any asterisks. Those are the ninja stars. The waist doesn't inhibit the ab crunch at all.
Okay.
Because it hangs down lower. She has the full, like, robe type thing. Mm-hmm. So she's not quite. It is broken up into 2 pieces.
Okay, that's nice.
That's pretty cool, and it's clicky, click, click.
This one, Zorana, she does have upward. Yeah, so, who
Paint's
wins?
really good. Oh, the dreadnoughts.
Ah, yeah.
The dreadnoughts. 'Cause look at a blonde dude with a ponytail and a chainsaw. Who just, look at that face. He has a total disregard. Just for trees. He has a total disregard for trees.
Look at the expression on him.
Yeah, he's got a sideways mouth with his mouth open. How many characters do you ever see with their mouth open?
Look at his eye. Can you tell that?
Oh, one's higher than the other.
No. He has a contact in. He has a happy face.
Oh, wow. That's like micro printing. Yeah, that's awesome. He wins.
This is the face of a man who has mental issues, and he wants to share them with you as violently as possible.
Mm-hmm. This is another example how I like them modernized. You know, it's a very good homage. They're close to the original, but it's a modernized version, and they just really went with their personalities.
Apparently, Cutter, his profile is he's actually an English professor that went to study biker gangs and fell in love with the culture so much that he became one.
That totally makes sense. I can see all of my professors doing that.
So, halftime score is 3-4.
Oh, close.
All right. You think you can come back and win?
I haven't even pulled my vest up.
Okay. You have?
No. I haven't.
No. You didn't backload the whole thing, did you?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Round 8.
All right. You gotta have this guy in your collection. A Cobra Trooper. And you brought out a loser.
I'm a drunk, lazy sailor.
Wasn't he supposed to be like a kind of Jack Nicholson sounding?
They said the guy who did the original voice was going a mixture between Jack Nicholson and Popeye. And I listened to some of the original show, and that is what he sounds
okay.
like.
And knowing is half the battle.
That went way over our heads as kids. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a lazy sailor? That's when it's time to actually get stuff done, he's good at his job. And he has a parrot.
He does have a parrot, but I have more guns than I know what to do with.
I have a boat anchor.
Yeah, that's yeah. I got removable goggles for tanning.
Oh, okay, because he's just like him. So these guys are pretty close copies.
I think they're identical.
No, the boots are different, but pretty similar. Let me see him. Okay, this might be undecided. You look at him, look him over, give him
I love his
honest
face.
appraisal.
His face is really cool. He looks pretty disgruntled. Like, all right, who put this under my pillow?
No, do it like Jack Nicholson Popeye.
I don't even know what that sounds.
All right,
Who put this under my pillow?
I'm strong to the finish. Because
'Cause
I
I
eat
eat
my
my-
spinach. He does break up the good guy, greens.
Mm-hmm.
He's very blue. This guy's good. Oh, but he has the vest. Can he move like...
Does your guy not have the vest?
He just has the little...
All right, we're going to call this close, but I'm going to say Shipwreck won this one.
Really?
No, I don't know, because he is a generic figure.
But the
and very
generic
unique.
doesn't have to lose if they're really good. And I know that figure is really, really good. Come here, big boy. Polly want a cracker.
Okay, just for sheer intimidation.
All right, we're giving it to Shipwreck, huh?
Yeah, let's give it a Shipwreck.
All
He
right.
does have a cool tattoo, and he might have lots of cool tattoos, but you don't know.
Not looking too hot for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
That.
Fiona.
Just Fiona?
Oh, with Croc.
Fiona came with Croc Bats too. Well, I have the Army Builder Bats, another kind of nostalgic one for us. We had this character, came with lots of cool accessories. He has the backpack, I didn't bring it, but he had the different arms. He had a flamethrower, he had another hand. Just mean looking. I like how they dress up their robots. They put actual shirts on them. They roll up their sleeves. Got to roll up the sleeves to show off those rubber guns. Get it, guns? And he's cool colors. He's like dark, but then they highlight it with this kind of orangey safety yellow.
Yeah.
So
did
break it
he
up.
come with a damaged version of his head?
Yes.
That's cool.
And he's pretty posable. Like, he's got probably the best butterfly joints, I think, out of most of the characters.
So I have Fiona, which is an amazing animal figure. Who cares about G.I. Joe? This is such a cool...
It's painted really well.
It's painted really well. It has so many ball joints. So many. And I felt like I needed one extra in the tail, but I'm happy with this. I mean, each ankle has a ball joint, and the ratcheted or whatever.
Just like
you
the
call it,
Joes.
the way the head can open and close is so good. I mean, again, forget that it's a G.I. Joe. It's just an amazing animal toy. If you were into animals, I would say, yeah, get this figure. And it's soft belly. See, just wants a belly rub. Crocmaster, another nostalgic figure. You picked a nostalgic figure. I did as well. He comes with a ton of accessories, hook, whip. He is a weird looking Bane ripoff.
Bane came after him, right?
One of the larger figures. He's got the big beefier arms, taller dude in general. Not quite as big as Sergeant Slaughter. Not that interesting. He's kind of crazy looking.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay.
Yeah, but you like that,
This
right? You
guy's
like the crazy
I
guy.
do. He's got his tiny little air tank, or maybe it's nitrous gas to just,
Just
give his
giggles.
jollies. A really cool figure, but I really bought it for the alligator. We had this guy growing up, and the gator was just a solid piece.
Yeah, and this is so good. The molding is so good.
As good as the alligator is, I think I may have to give it to the bat. Just because that's so much detail, and it's so good. Bat wins.
Which I'm surprised a generic figure won.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll take it.
It was Crocmaster.
Fiona's disappointed in Crocmaster.
Yeah, bringing her down.
All right, where are we?
This is round 9. I'm ready for my big guns, so I hope you got something good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. General Hawk.
Okay. Why do you think?
Look at that leather jacket, the bomber jacket. He's military. He is a general. He's a single-star general. He's got both goggles on in case he gets one dirty. He can just throw it away. He doesn't have the future-looking weapons because I think that's a Cobra thing anyway. He's got a shotgun with a pistol grip. He's got 2 handguns. He's got a neat-looking head, the cool hair. Look at that face.
That is a determined face. He's got some age on him, some wrinkles around the eyes and around the mouth. Beautiful sculpt on that.
Yeah, the face is great. He's unfortunately not posable. The first time I raised his arm, it bumped into the ring. It scraped some of the plastic off just the first time I moved it.
Just because
The way it's made, and also that plastic, when it gets stressed, this brown changes color, like significantly.
but a real jacket would do that. It has variations where the leather bends.
All right, tell me why. Who is that again? What's his name? Is he a
This-
general? Is he a
You're
pulling
pulling rank, huh?
I'm pulling rank.
You're literally pulling rank. This is Snake Eyes with Timber. Or should I say Timber with Snake Eyes? Talk about flexibility. He can wipe your nose with his foot. He's got some really cool...
And he would have to if I ordered him to do so. Because
Soldier!
general.
I'm snotty. You ever pick that tissue up with your toes? Wipe it. General Hawk then. No, I love this character. I much would rather have a all black, either silver or gray accented accessories. This version, I don't know if this is a G.I. Joe classified makeup, like modern retelling of something, or this is from a actual toy, like a reference to an old toy, because Lord knows there were 1,000 Snake Eyes,
and I think
even back then.
Yeah, Snake Eyes was one of the most, I think, or one of the most
Repeated characters, even in new molds too, right?
Yeah, in new molds, it was the character that was like redone the most, I think, or one of.
So he comes with this awesome wolf. I chose the white version because there was a gray wolf version of Timber. But yeah, awesome character, super posable. The other version of him with the gray wolf did not come with a sword. I'm like, you can't make Snake Eyes without a sword. I'm not crazy about the like grayish brown pants.
Well, let me ask you this. He has the hinged torso. He's got the double ball. What's your opinion?
I think they use the double ball for jacketed characters. And I think they use this for guys who have abs for days.
Okay.
And you want to see them. I mean, look at that. You can actually see the individual abs. How tight is this shirt?
I think it's body paint.
It must be, or it's vacuum sealed. But I gotta give it to General Hawk. Just the paint apps alone is just above and beyond. Sorry, Timber. We are tied, sir. Okay. That means second group round.
Ready like steady jelly?
You actually know what I'm bringing out. Crims on Strike Team! Tom Exhibit and the Baroness.
Is he breakdancing over there?
I brought him out just because they're the same, basically. They're kind of part of the group, not really. I can see where I would lose points in this because they are just a recolor, and there's nothing.
So you're putting them
new in
together.
I'm putting all these as a group because it's basically the same character. But it's all about the Baroness, baby.
This is a very good Baroness. She's got the double jointed elbows. Does she have the same legs? She does have the same legs, it looks like. New arms. She doesn't have the shoulder guard there. New hair, new head. head, and she had 2 different glasses or 3?
3 different glasses. 3 new heads, 2 new hairs, and 3 glasses.
Well, I have the Valkyries, which is a great set. They look really good, and it just kind of fills out your generic bad guy. Uh-oh. He just attacked himself.
He loves himself so much.
Yeah. But the Valkyries are really good. They're identical figures. They did come with different faces and helmets. She does have the tan paint. Or
Is
this
that
one just
tan or like mustardy yellow?
somewhere in between.
The only reason I would put these down a peg is the paint apps are limited, especially when you go to the guns and all the little accessories. They definitely look better in black. Why does Cobra employ just a group of women?
I think they just divide them up, and you're the troopers, you're the Valkyries. Maybe these are specially trained forces. Maybe they have a really cool backstory to them, but unfortunately I don't know it. I should look that up. Bad on me.
No, it's okay. Stop beating yourself up. Let me do it.
These are very good figures, but I'm gonna have to say the Crimson Strike team.
These were harder to get to. Not that much harder. I think you'd still get it, actually.
Are you ready for the next one?
You're gonna lose this one. Another generic guy.
I like my army builders. So
What is that? Why do you like the army build?
The Joes need someone to beat up. And I didn't actually realize how many I had, but I have a lot. This is the Cobra officer, mean looking dude.
He's not quite as loaded down with weapons as the trooper.
He did come with more than this, I believe. Got an AK-esque looking rifle. Looks pretty AK. Got the scope on the side. A dedicated snow person.
Yeah, I mean, how often are they fighting in the snow? It doesn't matter. Snow job's there. He's a sniper. He's grumpy because he's cold. He came with full skis that are removable, the ski poles, and the walking shoes, like the ice shoes. Quick story on this one. You remember, doesn't snow that much in Georgia, but we had the original snow job, and we found a little hill of snow, and
we made one.
It had packed down, or we had packed it down, where he actually worked, and it slid down the hill. The real toy worked perfectly, and we did that over and over and over again with our Joes. We had some of them get balled up in ice balls, I think.
Like in the cartoons when the snowball rolls down there.
We played with them, and we played with them hard. He is very encumbered with his movement. He has the ball joint, just like Hawk. His is quite a bit more movement.
Yeah, way more movement than Hawk.
I think that's more down in the hips, but he has the little skirt, too, to add to the long coat.
Little parka he's wearing.
Very, very cool figure.
Well, you win.
Okay, I'm gonna win the last one, don't worry. You literally pulled out the big guys.
Yes. This is Heavy Artillery Roadblock, and he's awesome. He's enormous. I think he's the tallest Joe.
Okay.
Is he taller than Sergeant Slaughter?
Well, that would require me to get him out of this awesome stance.
We'll just say he is.
Tell us why he's awesome.
Do they have the same torso?
Maybe. Tell me why you think you should win.
Because it's Roadblock. He rhymes, and he'll save you just in the nick of time.
How about the figure? What do you think of the figure?
It's great. He's super stiff joints. He looks so different than the other characters, just his stature alone. And he's got a pretty mean looking face, even though he's not supposed to be a mean guy.
Mm-hmm. He's got to put the mean mug on when he's
battling Cobra.
Well, I have a figure I thought I wouldn't be able to find, but we did find him at a con. Major Blood. Just look at that face. Just look at the stubble on his face, the multiple layers of paint, the scar with his metal eye patch, the smear. He's got all the dog tags, which could stand a little more paint on him. They're just
collected from the Joes.
Yeah, and the robotic arm. I don't know.
He's a very iconic, very cool character. I think he was there from the beginning. He's enormous. I think even with a robot arm, he's not going to beat him. Remember, he was in the best PSA, too.
Who wants a body? Okay, for body massage, I'll give it to you. Jeez, Roadblock.
I don't think that was an actual PSA now.
Roadblock wins.
What do you got?
Chuckles.
Oh, Chuckles. Well, I have Bazooka.
I have not seen this figure out of the package yet.
He is great. Big character. He's got the cool jersey.
He's got the dad mustache.
He's got the dad stash. He is not that flexible.
Okay, so here we have our first example of torso ball joint, not on a coated character, though.
Right. He's just got the t-shirt. He's got the cool sleeves. Got the different bazookas. Projectiles. They're painted.
Oh,
shark teeth.
What?
And then that one.
Bazooka-like big boom.
He looks very much like Jesse the Body Ventura.
True.
But very good figure. And you got the Chuckles.
I got the Chuckles. Another HasLab exclusive. Comes with tons and tons of accessories. Probably the first action figure with a messed up face on purpose. A beat up face. He's got the...
I don't know, Major Blood looked pretty messed up.
I mean, like, he has a normal face and is, like, not always messed up. Major Blood's face is permanent. He has regular handcuffs. He has broken handcuffs. He has open hands, closed hands. He has brass knuckle hands. He has a Hawaiian shirt.
Tucked in.
Tucked in.
Which I don't know who does that. Only tough guys.
Who we're saying winning?
I think in a fist fight, he would definitely win. Of course, he would bring a bazooka to a fist fight.
Isn't that Chuckles' thing? Like, he wins no matter what. He'll sacrifice himself for the mission. So if it takes dying to win.
I think Chuckles. Exclusivity, the Hawaiian shirt print is so good.
Chuckles wins! Woo! Victory lap!
All right, sit back down. Rapid fire, Outback. He's awesome. He's got a tiger shirt on. Very cool figure. Came with a bunch of stuff.
Why is this one gray?
Just being on the Tiger Force does that to you. That tiger shirt on, the weight, the responsibility, make you go gray.
Wow.
But he's really cool. He's very poseable.
I have Target exclusive Vipra. Tons of ninja weapons. She's basically a redo of a bunch of people, just hodgepodge together. The skull mask, I learned, came from a different character, but it is smaller. They actually changed the size of it to fit on her head. She basically comes with all of Storm Shadow's stuff.
Is she a robot?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Storm Shadow.
Why wasn't he part of the regular? I think you would have won. Like, just say Storm Shadow and end it there.
He's got the hooded version, and that came with a ton of weapons. Very cool. He's kind of milky colored. Very poseable figure. He's a little slider than some of the other Joes.
Destro, he's really cool. The retro version comes with some cool stuff, but yeah, it's Destro. It's Destro.
You like the retro?
Yeah, I like the retro Destro with the giant eyebrows.
Second version of Scarlet?
I have the first version of Scarlet from the movie.
Oh.
Movie Scarlet.
But this one had better paint on the face, lighter hair, different colored paint on the uniform.
I have this because I got it for free, because the guy said he could not sell these, so he just gave it to me.
That was nice of him.
Cool head sculpt, looks like the actress, I think. I mean, I didn't see the movie.
Yeah. Too bad nobody cares. Oh, sadness. Oh,
Snake Eye!
So he's got a pretty wide range.
Okay.
Very flexible left and right. And then, whoa!
He's doing drunken boxing. I have CoverGirl. She's neat. Almost, someone mentioned she's kind of cat-like in the face. Almost not
like
realistic.
The makeup, yeah.
Like, they wanted to make her so beautiful because that's her thing. She looks like a model. She almost looks uncanny. She's got the cool bomber jacket too. And last but not least,
My very first classified figure.
There you are! I've been looking for you.
I don't know why we're German all of a sudden.
I don't know.
What's my French? Of course,
Yeah.
we didn't have accents in the cartoon.
No.
They talk like this. A little bit of airiness.
Well, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at our collection. This was just an excuse to play with toys. If you made it this far, which
Why wouldn't you?
gives that subscribe a little tickle. If you want to see all the cool times we got some of these, and some of them were kicking deals, click on some of these videos. I've been Justin.
And I'm still Kyle.
The whole time.
Now get out of here, you crazy kids.
Heavy metal!
I have...
No, rock and roll, sorry.
Rock. Let's do that again.
Did you not read my text?
There's too many words in your text.
He's super posable.
Yours is more posable. They're not that flexible. Pretty posable. He's very posable.
Talk about flexibility.
He is not that flexible.
Super posable.
He's very posable. Very posable figure. Very flexible left and right.